Oh man, these are my favorite podcasts. They're the diametric opposite of the ones where I have to come on here and talk about a loss or a terrible coaching situation or a misstep by an athletic director. I just I just adore these guys. Throw it scary, I like it a subscription. Give me some comments in the comment section. But I'm here to talk about Wisconsin, Illinois. Man, it feels good. It's good for the soul. Well, the win over Washington in the rain, wind, and whatever the hell else is going on, there's like a hurricane, was about joy. This win, a 27-10 victory, it was a close game, but Wisconsin did not fluke this out. They deserved to win. This win over Illinois and Brett Bielema was about confirmation that the Washington win wasn't a fluke, that at least one good half at arguably the best team in college football in Bloomington last week wasn't a fluke, rather the sign of a trend. 5 sacks yet again for the third straight game, including a career performance from Daryl Peterson. Confirmation that something's working. Darian Dupree coming in and having the game of his life with a pair of touchdowns. Ran hard, ran strong, ran fast. Living up to some of the hype and praise of his 4-star high school career. Confirmation. And where I'm not in any position right now to apologize for things I have said about the team and the coaching staff, I thought I was more than fair at the time what happened. Is Luke Fickell confirming something right now? I'm not ready to go there, and that's not the subject of this podcast. But I can say this: in a game that sure as hell meant something to Illinois, following up a couple games ago in a game that sure as hell meant something to Washington, two ranked teams, Wisconsin got it done. And as much as we want to hang losses and a terrible stretch of losing streak stuff going on earlier in the season, like Iowa, God, what an atrocious game. Maryland, hanging those on Luke Fickell. He gets the flowers when things go well. I don't know. There's no other way to say it, guys. You know, as I just mentioned a moment ago, we don't have to go any broader than that as far as the long-term implications of what this game may mean. But let's talk about it for a second. Okay. Again, confirmation. Wisconsin wins against number 21 Illinois. A talented senior quarterback. A really solid, some would say very good coach in Brett Bielema. I agree. I think he is a good coach. Wasn't his best tonight, but that team wasn't. I'm looking back at some of the Illinois fan comments. I don't spend a whole lot of time, pouring over that, although it's a little bit fun. They can't believe what just happened. This is the end of days in Champaign, losing to Wisconsin. And it's a 3-7 team. I can understand why they're upset. But there was nothing fluky about what happened tonight on the Camp Randall turf. Nothing fluky at all. This was, boy, I'm trying to think of the number of games Wisconsin has played a complete game in the Fickell administration. I can't think of too many, but this was a complete 2-half, 4-quarter performance from both the offense and defense. From the offensive line. From the quarterback room, which didn't have to be spectacular, but had to not turn it over. From the running back room, the receivers did their part. Vinny Anthony didn't catch a ball, had a touchdown. That might have been Jeff Grimes' best play call all season. Running the motion to Vinny to get the Badgers on the board in the first quarter. That's the kind of stuff we've been waiting for Jeff Grimes. That's the kind of stuff that gets you 2 Broyles Award finalist nods in 3 seasons. Hadn't seen much of that. Saw it tonight. Defensive line. They were, for large stretches of this game, living in the Illinois backfield. Suggs played his best game of the season. Reiger, outstanding. Daryl Peterson, I'm going to throw it out there, was the MVP of this game. I mean, he can duke it out with Darian Dupree. And the game plan, if that's a person, 3 sacks, 5 sacks again, as I mentioned, third straight game. The special teams didn't melt down. I mean, there wasn't a place to go. I'm so excited to do the grades for this game, for Bucky's 5th quarter. There hasn't been a time this entire season that I've looked forward to doing the grades. This one, I'm going to look forward to. And not because I'm going to be an easy grader. I'm going to be a fair grader. But because this game on this night against the Fighting Illini, number 21, Wisconsin was every bit up to the task. Okay? That wasn't a dominating performance, but it was a high-quality, efficient, hard-nosed performance. You know when you knew it was going to be different? And it's not when they ran out with red on red. I'm going to be on the look, maybe it's a thing now. I'm not a big fan of the red on red. Never have been. But okay, I digress. The moment I knew this game was going to be a fight, okay, was when I see them have the ball almost 10 minutes on a drive in the first half, and then they convert a touchdown on it. I'm not saying that a 10-minute drive and getting a field goal is horrible. You still have the ball for 10 minutes. I knew that Wisconsin came to control the line of scrimmage tonight. Yeah, Illinois had its moments. I'm not trying to say they didn't. I'm not saying the game plan was terrible from them. I'm not saying the guys didn't play hard. But I'm saying when this offensive line now playing its 4th consecutive game together, and I've been very critical of offensive line coaching this year. Not tonight, guys. I mean, there were moments, but this offensive line came to hit people in the mouth. And that I think it was a 9-minute, 43-second drive, which ended in a Vinny Anthony touchdown. That was the best 9 minutes of the last 2 Wisconsin football seasons. Maybe 3. I mean, maybe further. That was the Wisconsin football team that we have been waiting to see for a long damn time. And now we have one more game. There's always a chance, very small. I might do a podcast on the small likelihood of getting an academic bowl game exception at 5-7. I don't think with the number of teams currently at 6 wins that is going to happen. But the Washington game was joy. The Illinois win was confirmation. And now it's time for the axe. Going to have all kinds of PJ Fleck content, Minnesota content this week. We're going to even have someone from up in Minnesota, one of the guys that covers them for Gopher Hole on. Gonna throw him in a locker. Just kidding. He's a very nice guy. But now it's the axe game, guys. I'm not going to say none of this has meant anything if you go up and lose the axe for the 3rd straight year. But damn it, it can mean so much more if you finish this season beating Washington, who's ranked. You lose to Indiana, who might be the best team in college football. Beating Illinois, who's ranked, an old Big Ten West opponent, and Burt Bielema. And then you go up and snatch the axe from PJ Fleck's sweaty hands in his house. Guy sleeps with that thing. It's probably a little weird. It's probably. I don't get into it. Gonna get in trouble here. But he loves that axe, guys, and he will miss that axe. So as Daryl Peterson and Mason Reiger and a bunch of these other guys are chopping down that goalpost up in that sub 50,000 seats wannabe college football stadium next week, that will be everything. And we don't have to. Let's enjoy tonight's win tonight. But I want to give a sneak preview for what's coming up, guys, because beating Minnesota up there to finish on a 3 out of 4 game streak is going to be big. And then maybe we start believing again. I don't know. I mean, we all said what we've said. We've seen what we've seen. But College sports are weird like that. And sometimes a switch goes on for whatever reason, and things are humming in a different direction. Anyway, on Wisconsin, thanks for listening. Love to hear your thoughts. But damn it, man, there are going to be some hurting buffets down in Champaign Urbana when Bert hits that table. Scary Alvarez is out.